You are listening to CrossTalk, a safe place to discuss addiction, recovery, harm reduction, and everything in between. Support for this podcast comes from the Kentucky Opioid Response Effort and Advocates of Recovery. Content and production by the team at Turning Point Recovery Community Center. Now, buckle up and get ready for the show.
Welcome everyone to CrossTalk Recovery, the recovery podcast that supports all forms of recovery. I'm Matt Lewis, and I'm here with
Sam Peterson,
Donnie Terry,
Daryl Powell.
Welcome, gentlemen. I know I say this every time, but this is going to be a fun one. Dale and Donnie. You know, I was thinking about this earlier today. We've all came through CenterPoint, and it's kind of like this weird. Sam was first, then Donnie.
Yeah.
Was a little bit ahead of me. Then I came through. Then Dale came through behind me. Mm-hmm. And all of us have stayed sober.
Because of me, it sounds like. I
don't know if we can give you credit for that. In spite of you is more like it. No, man, it was cool that, you guys have become really good friends since coming through, even though you didn't come through at the same time. You came through at different times, but you both worked at CenterPoint together. Did you peer mentor together? Were you still peer mentor when he was in the peer mentor's office?
I was on my last term.
Yeah. And you were phase 2 peer mentor?
I was MT2.
MT2, that's what I meant. MT2. That's what I meant.
Yep.
Yeah, man. So it's awesome, and I'm glad you finally came on here. We've had Dale on before and had a lot of fun making fun of him.
It was fun.
Yeah.
Which is so easy, though.
Because he's old.
So old.
Come on, guys. We ain't doing that today.
He's like a tortoise. They live forever.
Yeah, and they're ugly.
So we got the voice.
Here we go.
So, since it's your first time on here, man, tell us a little bit about your recovery journey story. Like what it was like in the madness, what got you to CenterPoint, and what it's like today.
I've been in addiction for 20-something years. I've tried several rehabs before. Tried probably 7. I think CenterPoint was my 7th one. Never worked before, and I caught a bunch of charges. The last, in 18. Look at it, almost life sentence. All the charges I got, everything I got caught with. That's what, right then I knew I was done. I was done with giving them my money and just done with that lifestyle, because that's all I ever ended up going was jail.
Right.
It just never paid off, for real. I get on top for a minute, then bam, but right back at the bottom. My oldest son, my 2 oldest sons, probably were the big hit for me. That's why, my oldest son seen me get locked up for the last time, and I knew right then I was done. What kind of person or what kind of adult am I to keep letting my kids see me go in and out of jail and expect them to be there? You know what I'm saying?
What kind of example are you setting?
Yeah.
Sure.
How
many kids you got?
7.
A bunch. He's got a bunch.
A bunch of them.
Guys like Donnie's why I don't ever have to make any, He's put in enough for both of us.
Hey, let me tell you something. I put in some work. I put in some work.
All right, back to your story. Hear about all the work you put in.
I know, man. I was born in Michigan, stayed there till I was 9, and we moved to Arlington, which is outside of Madisonville. Since I was 9, lived there until on and off until I was my adulthood. Had my actual first son, a blood son, was when I was 20. My oldest daughter come before that. She's not blood, but she's mine. I raised her since she was a year and a half old. It just went out. It was it went there from there,
Yeah.
I never done hard drugs. Never I drank and smoked about once a week, every week, but never done hard drugs until I was 21, 22, and then found crack cocaine.
Come on.
Off to the races.
Off to the races.
That's just what it is,
Yeah.
I'm glad that I went through the journey that I went through because I think it kind of makes me the person I am now and who I want to become, you know. So I'm kind of grateful for that journey, like for real. And like, I've been locked up a lot of times, like 30-something times. A lot of it petty, some 4th degree assaults, a lot of drug charges. Like I said, man, it never panned out for me. Like I was never supposed to be a dealer. You know what I mean? Like, never. You know what I mean? Like that's you know it. And like my kids. I got 4 baby mamas. I was married to one. That's the only time I've ever been married. We had 2 boys. I had 2 with my first baby mama, or 3 with her. And I got with another woman. Well, not when I was still married. We were separated. I got with this other chick. It was a one-night stand. She had my youngest daughter, which my middle son and her are around the same age. Like, so, you know. So that's kind of a surprise 2 years later. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, and then, like, I got with my youngest son's mom, and we was together for like 8-9 years. So we had EJ, my youngest son, and I wouldn't trade that for nothing. I mean, I don't never get no money, but you know what I'm saying? But it's okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think I was meant to have a lot of kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, my kids is part of my sobriety. You know, that's. Because they give me a reason not to look back.
You're getting married again, right?
Come on.
Though.
What?
Aren't you engaged or something?
No, I'm not. Yeah, we're not going to do that. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I'm not sending no false hope. You know what I mean? Like, shit.
But you are having another kid.
No.
Oh,
I'm okay. Never done. Yeah. I learned over the years to get with women that can't have kids. Just easier that way. Yeah.
There's other ways to prevent it, but yes.
But, I mean, that was vile. You know what I mean? Like
There's no chance.
There's no chance whatsoever.
Sounds like it's what he needs.
He wants no responsibility.
You know what I mean? I got enough responsibility. You know what I mean? Like 7, hell, I don't need no 8 or 9.
Yeah, too late for that.
He gets to keep 10% of his check.
Yeah, right. If that. You know what I mean? Like, shit.
Oh man. Okay, so you were locked up and you got the opportunity to go to CenterPoint.
Yeah, it was either. Well, I was on probation to pro when I was going through these. When I got caught this big last charge I got caught with. Like that was what rehab was offered, but my pro officer he was when I got my son come and pick me up. He's on his way to take me to Fuller Center, and I stopped by to let my PO know. He's like, no. He said, you got court. He said, he said, we're going to revoke you. Well, when I got to court, this woman come, they took me to this room. They was like they're fed up with you. They're done. They're done with you. They're done messing with you. I've been, just over the years, they just got tired of it.
Yeah.
That's what happens. And it's either, they said you have 2 choices. You go to rehab, make your shit work, or you can come back and do 14 flat. Mm-hmm. So I was like, well, it's a pretty easy fucking choice. You know what I mean? Like, right. I mean, it's a pretty damn easy choice. Like, seriously, like, I think I'll go. So I had to go back to jail. You know what I'm saying? Like, that same night I had to go back, which is whatever. And I think I got out in January, like early January, because I got to CenterPoint January 22nd or 20th or something like that.
It's a couple weeks after me. I mean, we were only a couple weeks apart.
Yeah, so I and I've been on the journey ever since, to recovery, man. Like, a lot of people that, like, even though I went through before some of y'all, whatever, y'all still, an inspiration to me. You know what I mean? Because y'all helped me just like, hopefully I helped somebody. I know I was kind of off, bad at the fucking world, but
that's an understatement. Brother. You was bad at everything.
Yeah, I don't know how Donnie stays sober, as angry as he is.
He's not like that anymore.
I mean, yeah, but when he was a peer mentor and we were peer mentoring together,
and I was, but like it took me almost probably 4 years, a little more than 4 years that I had to realize, man, like, why I was so angry. I was angry at myself, nobody, at nothing but myself. And then, like, I think a lot of why it took so long, because I never would forgive myself for the things I've done to my family, to the people that I've known, and stuff like that. And when I finally realized that I had to forgive myself, that's when I asked the God of my understanding to forgive me as well. You know, like it took a weight off me.
Yeah.
You know, when I did that, like, I mean,
I think sometimes it takes a while for you to see the things that other people see. Because I know, like, I gave Donnie a ride to see his kids a couple times, and like them kids, even the grown ones, light up when they see him. You know, like, I mean, you can tell.
He's a lovable character,
right?
For sure.
Definitely is.
I could always see that. Donnie couldn't always see it though, and I think that's why. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, like, you know, I tell people now all the time, like, even the patients that, you know, at step workers, I tell them, I was like, I didn't used to be approachable.
No.
Nobody wanted to approach me. You know what I mean? Like, but seriously, like, you know, and I'm not proud of it. No, please don't get that mistake. I'm not proud of the way I was. But I think going through that is what helped me become that different person, to change for the better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And for us that really knew you know.
Right. Well, right. That's what I was going to say. Like, once we started peer mentoring together, like, I got to see the other side of you than I saw when we were in the program together.
Right.
That it was like that standoffish guy. But once we were like cutting up and laughing in that office together, you know, we became friends, you know, and I was like, okay, so much like Sam, you know, I didn't like Sam at all first either.
Me either at first.
but
that's pretty much the first impression most people get.
But we were wrong, you know.
We'll be right back.
Did you know that recovery from substance use disorder and mental health go hand in hand? That is why the caring and compassionate mental health professionals at Four Rivers Behavioral Health in Paducah are here to help you find your balance. They are proud of you for making the changes necessary to live a healthier life and would love to see you reach your full potential. Give them a call at 270-442-7121 or stop by the downtown location at 425 Broadway in Paducah, Kentucky.
One thing I have always wondered is who put the alphabet in alphabetical order. At Turning Point, our goal is to help you put your life back in order. If you struggle or have struggled with substance use disorder and are in need of help, come see us at 415 Broadway Street, Paducah, Kentucky, or call 270-444-3621 and sign up for peer support services with one of our friendly staff who have lived experience with addiction. Hope to see you soon. Well, how did you guys connect? Because not to say that, you know, the odd couple kind of cliche thing. Yeah, you guys are a kind of opposites. Dale was always approachable. You know? It's like, you know, begging for a friend.
Well, here's a fun fact about me and Donnie. We was at CTS Russell together, and we didn't realize it till what, after we went to Stepworks. Yeah. We got to talking about this boxer that was up there, TNT Tubbs, and he was heavyweight champ for a while. And I had an autographed picture, and I was telling Donnie about it. He said, "Well, I got one too." So evidently we was up there together at the same time, and that was in 2010. You know, I guess God had plans to put us together. You know,
yeah,
well, I just think it was, you know, he was super angry and you were too old to make friends, so you just had each other.
Yeah. That could be it too. But I couldn't ask for a better friend than Donnie, though.
No, God, he's a good dude.
Yeah, when I had my heart attack, this man was at the hospital every night at 4 o'clock and would sit there with me until he had to go to work that night at 11 o'clock.
Hey, man, when I wrecked my Camaro on the side of the road.
You know, it's like I was saying about the pages, like, I tell everybody now, man, I like being that nice guy. You know what I mean? I like being able for people to come and approach me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and I like helping people. I like helping people like me. Even if they're not like us, I still like helping people, you know? I feel better about myself, you know what I mean? Like, and I'd rather be this person than the person I was.
Sure.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you got one of the best bald heads in the game, buddy.
Come on. I know no edge, right? I wear it well. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people tell me I wear it well, bald head, but...
It's all, I'm sitting there looking at it, it's all in the same say nice
proportion,
brown.
right?
Yeah, some guys have those like
in
wrinkles back here, or
mine's bad.
yeah. I mean, it is a huge burden and weight to carry around all that anger. You know what I'm saying, and just be mad at the world. So I'm sure like letting go of some of that stuff and being more open and when your job is to help people, you learn to be more open and approachable and like realize you're not the only one going through some of the stuff, and you're able to see the things you should be grateful for because you're seeing people come in at their worst and you're like, hey, I'm on this side of this and I'm trying to do right, and it starts to help you to feel lighter and let go of some of those. Right. I mean, that's how it was for me. Let go of some of those things that I was still carrying around, even though like, you try to let go of some stuff, working on your fourth and fifth step, and I did, and I felt a lot lighter after that. But there's still some things that are just hard to let go of, Sure. And anger is one of those. Like whatever the root of that is, usually fear in some way, and nobody likes to admit that.
Change,
yeah.
Like,
yeah, I think for like Donnie, a lot of mine was just anger at myself. I was just super disappointed in me.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's a good place to start. And like,
sure.
If you can learn how to process through some real anger and get to the other side, and not, you might still have it, and you might still get agitated and have those things, but not to just pack it around with you every day. Your life's going to be a lot easier.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It's become a whole lot easier. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I always remember being in the peer mentor office with Donnie and be like, "Man, you got to calm down." And if I'm the guy telling you got to calm down, you're right.
Right.
Hey, there's a time or two that they told me to stay inside the building at Stepworks because they didn't want me to scare the new patient coming in. I was like, what the fuck? Like, I don't make that make sense. But I get it though. I understood because I was that guy. You know what I mean? Like,
I got this one, Donnie. You stay here, bro.
There's this there's like, he's already scared to death. He don't need you to come out there. Like, I'm not here to scare him. Like, but because I was so angry, like I can help. Like, because we get a lot of angry patients that come in,
Yeah.
and I can help them with that anger because I tell them about my story and how angry I was at everybody and everything. And what it took for me to realize that I was just mad at myself and not nobody. Just me,
Yeah.
Just like he's like saying.
I mean, that's exactly what you're supposed to do, right? Use our experiences to help other people. I mean, that's what you even said earlier. Like, you're grateful for the things that you went through because of the person you are today. And you are uniquely positioned now to help people who deal with anger, And I've been telling people a lot recently about, because we had a guy who was doing really good in recovery, running a sober living house, working in recovery, who had some underlying anger issues and clawed someone in the head with a hammer. Now he's doing prison time again, and he was sober. And I'll use that as an example to people, like, you can be clean and sober and trying to do the next right thing and trying to help people, but if you're not addressing some of these issues, they can still rise up and cause, you to go to jail or other.
It's spiritual fitness.
Yeah.
Have I worked on being a better person?
Right.
Have I found something bigger than me? Am I doing it? Or am I still acting out on self? Because anger comes from self.
Yeah.
It just does. And it's either the fear, self-delusion, self-pity. Those are all that make you pretty angry. Yeah. Some of the big ones.
For sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Self-pity was one that made me angry. He's like, why me, or why them? Or, that. But letting go of that, that's that spiritual fist. Emotional sobriety.
Yeah.
Is huge. And, like, you're told when you're working, an AA program or something to find somebody that you see something in that you want, and if somebody is not working a spiritual program, then nobody wants what they got because they can see that they're not walking around. They're still miserable. They're still carrying stuff around that they're not dealing with.
I know we all work the same program because we went through the same
rehab.
Right. Yeah. And it's, in the book, every time it's talking about telling your story, it says experience, strength, hope.
Yeah.
Experience, strength, hope. Experience, strength, hope. That's what we're supposed to be doing, Never does it say be an angry asshole.
No,
I've read it a few times to make sure, and it never says it.
Yeah. It doesn't do any good. And nobody, if you're trying to live a happy, joyous, and free life, then anger shouldn't be a part. It's not going to be a part of that.
You're not going to be trudging the road of happy destiny.
not if you're angry.
For sure.
Yeah. So you guys connected in the peer mentor office, found out, and then you worked together as caseworkers for a while.
CenterPoint,
You lived in sober living together for a while.
About a year.
Worked together at Stepworks.
Yeah. Now he moved in my backyard.
You moved in, and now he lives like right behind you.
Yeah.
So who's really getting married?
Not me and Donnie.
Okay.
No, man, like
This is my hetero life mate, Silent Bob.
I think what connected me to Dale, I guess, because I've lost both of my parents, years ago, and he is like a father figure to me,
To everybody.
I
know.
To the universe.
Yeah.
I was laughing before you got it out. It's not a heartfelt
There's
story.
so many old jokes right there.
I pointed at him. I knew he was ready.
I love this group. There's a heartfelt story, and we're thinking about cut downs for Dale.
I mean, why wouldn't you?
We'll be right back.
Hey y'all, did you know it's illegal to own just one guinea pig in Switzerland because they get lonely? Here at Turning Point, we don't want you to ever be lonely either. That's why we are open 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Always feel free to come hang with our friendly staff, and don't forget your guinea pig. We're located at 415 Broadway Street, downtown Paducah.
Hello, everybody. You want to know something? My biggest issue with meetings is, despite their name, they are never about me. Here at Turning Point, all of our meetings are for you and about you. We have meetings at least 3 times a day, 7 days a week. We are located at 415 Broadway, Paducah, Kentucky. Call 270-444-3621 for more information.
I knew this was going to be this way when we come.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Before you get to it,
It's a
when
good
he
time,
said,
though.
Dale's Donnie's coming. Are you going to be able to do the podcast? I was like, yes. I don't know what I've got going on, but it's not going on anymore. Right? Sorry, Donnie.
Yeah, so
No, you're good.
Dale's your father figure.
But,
He's my enforcer, too.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, for real.
And a best friend.
Good trait.
Don't get me wrong, and
Yeah.
a best friend,
Yeah.
It just, I guess that's what it is. Like, because both of my older brothers are not, I don't get to talk too much because they're both doing what they do, because I don't have no family but my kids.
Right.
Of course, you guys, but you know what I'm saying? Like, as far as blood goes, I really don't have no family.
Y'all ain't Del Powell. That's it.
But my kids, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Thank God.
I mean, when it comes to
I'm
Donnie.
looking forward to the years I have left. You know what I mean? If I was you, I wouldn't have that many.
couple anyway.
I don't know, man. Dale might just keep going. Like, this dude just don't quit. He's had heart attacks, and he's still out there playing softball and riding bikes. Well, he was.
Not as much anymore since I had the heart attack.
Yeah, you're looking at softball champions, by the way.
Yeah, I know. I see that.
Yeah, we need to do a podcast just on that.
Yeah, we'll get Tobias and Hutch over.
there. Yeah, it'd be good. But no, I think it's cool that you guys. I mean, like Sam and I have become really good friends since we, someone I didn't think I didn't like at first, and like one of my best friends, and we've worked together ever since CenterPoint, and I love having that bond and that friendship and the experience and the story of where we came from, where we're at. It means a lot more. Like, friendships mean more. Yeah. This side of it, because you're putting an effort into it. You're not looking for a chance to manipulate or use
Get what you
them.
need,
Like,
you have somebody that has your back. For
Matt's
real.
the guy I bounce stuff off of when I feel like I'm I need some spiritual fitness. Like when I'm not acting out on being spiritual, that's the guy I'm going to bounce stuff off.
That's the way me and Donnie are too. We talk, serious talk from what gotta happen,
stuff that I don't tell anybody else. That's
we have coffee a lot in the morning time. That's our time to chill. Drink coffee and talk
on the porch, rocking chairs.
Do you have a chair on one side of the fence and he has it on the other?
There ain't no fences, but
no fence around.
So they don't have to live like that anymore.
It's a real mental picture.
It's an apartment complex.
Oh,
there ain't no fences.
You're just out there in your underwear then.
Pretty much, yeah.
Ain't nothing like that. But.
What the apartment complex is, because I don't want to go by there in the morning.
Oh, but no, that's so true, man. Because I have brothers that I talk to. I have sponsees that I work with. My sponsor, who I don't call often enough, but you get those friendships.
I talk to your sponsor like 4 times a week.
No, you don't.
Yeah, we play Fortnite together.
Okay, well, see, I don't play Fortnite. What I'm saying is, you end up finding these other people that you can bond with and you can talk to and that you can open up with and that are going to hold you accountable. And, you trust them. You want them to. Mm-hmm. You want them to call you on your stuff, and that's what it's all about, man.
Yeah. It's not just me and Donnie. It seems like it's our group that come through CenterPoint.
For sure.
It's that COVID.
Yeah.
Because we had to put up with each other 24/7.
I say it all the time, man. I know, I understand the perspective on, guys being able to get out and go and build a support group in the community and do all that stuff, ride bikes, and I get it.
But the lockdown did
the lockdown, man.
I don't know if it was just our group or whatever, but something special happened during that point in time.
It did.
And
that's not just tooting our own horn.
No, there's still a lot of us sober out of that group. Yeah. They are.
Yeah, it's like it wrecks the statistics on it. And that we're sober, that we're helping people. The majority of us are working in recovery in some facet. We
don't talk every day, but we all still talk.
Yeah.
I still talk to pretty much everybody that was in that little
group
circle of us.
Yeah,
on a regular basis.
Yeah,
off and on.
Yeah, it's wild and awesome. I know that for me, I needed that time to really focus and work on myself. And if I was going out of the building, I would have been distracted by what was going on,
I
and
that,
us being forced to be in there and have to deal with each other, even though we didn't all like each other when we were there, we got to know each other.
Yeah.
And, that struggle is what bonds people, the struggles and the things that we relate to about each other and the experiences we've had, whether they were together or not, but being able to share them with each other, that's what unites people more than...
The more I think about it, I think, because I spent 2 weeks at the Fuller Center, I think Donnie was there 2 days after me.
Yeah.
I think we were in Blues together. It was that close.
But how he didn't graduate that close behind you at CenterPoint?
It was close.
They were peer mentors together. He was in.
I know, but I feel like Donnie was in the program with me for a little while before he graduated and went in the peer mentor's office, and you were already a peer mentor.
But that's because everything was so staggered at that point in time, right? So you'd have that one graduation, you wouldn't have another one for 3 weeks.
Yeah,
because I was a brand new peer mentor when you got there.
Okay, yeah, because Donnie was definitely in the program with me for a little while. I don't remember how long, but it was.
It was around 2 or 3 weeks there, maybe. But I was pretty sure we were in SOS together. Or I had just gotten out of Blues.
Donnie's I don't remember.
Because I got there.
I don't remember.
Because I got there the end of January. Yeah. Because I got to Fuller Center on January 6th, and I was there 2 weeks. So I got there January 21st.
Y'all were there in 2019, right?
20.
Because I got there in 20 in November.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was also a brand new peer mentor when you got there.
Yeah.
But I had been peer mentor before.
Yeah.
So.
I remember one morning, I'm going to tell this about Sam. One morning, remember how he used to fall asleep?
Yeah.
I finally got the courage up to sit up there with the peer mentor. You know what I'm saying? Sam was over there with a cup of coffee, and he just went, coffee went all over me. I was like, what the hell?
Hey, look, man. Yeah. I was at MT2, right? They were going to let me, or at MT2, they were going to let me go have my sleep study for my sleep apnea. and they locked the building down like the week before I went to MT2. And they were like, "Oh, you can't have your sleep study now." So I just had sleep apnea forever.
Yeah, like I was there.
Remember,
I was there. Like I got my 30 and 30. I just got out of blues. Like I was gonna be able to get a visit at first. I did get one visit.
Yeah.
In for my kids, they come up and see me. But after that, they locked it down.
Yeah, I got out twice. So I must have been just about 2-3 weeks ahead of him.
Yeah, just a little bit. Because I remember you. Probably wasn't the first time we talked, but that I can remember. But like I remember, you were sitting in the back row. I sit up there and like waiting to go to MT2, and like they didn't call my name or whatever. And you said you see my instantly. You said instantly my head went from white to red. Like you just seen it go up. Like
I can imagine.
Yeah, and then Sam come over. He's like, after the glass or whatever, he said, "It's okay, bro." He said, "You all right?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "Yeah, I'll be all right." He said, "You got mad as hell, didn't you?" I said, "Yeah, I was ready to blow my top." Yeah.
Expectations.
I remember that. It was impressive how red in the back of his head got.
Like the way y'all felt about Sam when you first met him, I didn't feel that way. It was like I felt pretty comfortable around Sam.
Yeah, but then we were in the program together, though. I was their pyramid dorm.
Yeah, that's true. Very true.
I was in the MP dorm one morning. I was up holding somebody else's clothes. Sam comes in there because the other guy's still asleep. Your feet supposed to be on the floor at 5:30 in the morning. He said, "I'll give everybody 5,000 words." And he looked at me and said, "I'll give you 10 if you don't wake them up." I'm like, what the hell? I was up, folding clothes. That's one of the reasons I didn't like
Stan, you wonder why people didn't like you.
I know. You know? Hey, look, they're still sober, ain't they?
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, taking credit again.
Hey, look, it was always, the shit flows downhill, right? So somebody had said it to me. I'm coming in hot.
Yeah, he was hot, too, that morning. He was mad.
Oh, man.
Like, y'all got to start doing something. You're getting me in trouble. Really
making me look bad.
Yeah.
Pretty sure I let both y'all slide on some stuff, though.
Yeah, probably. We don't talk about that.
Keep that hush hush.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Well, it's awesome, man. I appreciate you guys coming on. I appreciate your friendship. Not just for each other, but for all of us.
I love you guys.
Love you guys for sure, and happy that we have all shared this journey together. Continue to share it together.
Keep beating the statistics.
Well, come on.
So you and Donnie will have 6 years in
January. I'll have 6 years in January.
Mine will be 6 years in November.
November. Okay.
November 20th.
Yeah.
Right on. I got 5 in August.
I have 5 in November.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trucking
along.
Still proving them wrong. That's what I do. Prove them wrong.
Prove them wrong every day.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, the only day that counts is today, though.
Yeah,
it is.
Come on.
It is. I guess when y'all have y'all's 5 years, this is 5 years is when we're talking about statistics is when you have a better chance of staying on the good side than going back to the wrong side.
Really?
It's for the first. It takes 5 years before you have a better chance of staying
sober
than going back out there.
Yeah, I always say I meant to relapse at 2 years and I forgot.
Yeah, no, man. I wrecked my car. We didn't have any way to go.
Come on.
All right, love you guys. Check us out on YouTube or listen to our audio version on Apple, Google, Spotify, Podbean, Amazon Music. And as always, stay grateful.
If you or someone you know is struggling with addiction or in recovery and needs guidance, speak with Turning Point's team of peer support specialists by calling 270-444-3621. You are not alone, and we are proof that recovery is possible.